Hello, everybody. Or anybody at all. Jack Junior's been had a little bit of support here. He's in the 355 now. He's going to go a favourite, I think. I'm not that convinced by him. Afternoon, Jake. How are you, mate? Yeah, fingers crossed for a win or two today. It's been a bit of a slow start, I must admit. But it's that time of year. It's a bit tricky juggling both the flat and the jumps, and obviously the summer jumps. Horses are coming out and mixing in with the winter horses. It's a little bit tricky, but yeah, hopefully we get a winner or two, mate. This market's very strange. Very strange. Like Total's back into 3.25 and Jack's doing out 3.75, haven't been 3.5. Let's see how we go here. We like Total here. We like Total. Let's fingers crossed. Hey David. Yeah, me too. Yeah, tricky month April, like you say. Break even, gather information. Is exactly right. That's exactly the attitude to have. Like you kind of have to sometimes in April you kind of have to take a couple of losses just to pick up some information. But I'm feeling very positive. I really enjoyed Persky yesterday. I'm feeling really positive about the flat season going forward. And I've got stacks and stacks of information lined up and ready and set aside for the new national hunt season. So I'm feeling very, very upbeat, upbeat about the year as a whole, to be honest. So fingers crossed, mate. Yeah. But you're bang on. You're bang on. April's very tricky. Very tricky. Like you kind of want to sit back and you kind of want to let these horses come out in Newmarket and run their races and take their information. You kind of know some go well fresh. You kind of don't want to miss out on the price of one of them. Yeah, it's a very tricky time. But we'll all go through it together. We'll all go through it together, and we can talk constantly all day, every day before races. So that's a good part of this service, really. Actually, I can just be in contact with you constantly, like 15 minutes before the off. If something I know is going to happen and we can profit from it, then that's great. Why is that? Here we go. What's happening? Dr. Edmund going to go forward, is he? Jax Jr. in the 15 to 8 on the sports book. Yeah, he's gone right in the favourite just before the off, Jax Jr. 3.25. Total thinks it's been 3.85. Nothing ready for anything else. Total's a little keen early. He's not too keen. He's all right. He's settling down a little bit. Yeah, absolutely, Giles. Not absolutely. Um, it can be a difficult meeting. I'll look a few tomorrow as well on the mayor's card. I think there's some good bets there, and I think it's going to be some generous prices as well. 2 points in. Jax Jr.'s out to 4.0. Total in 3.4. Pretty sure the market was expecting Jax Jr. to get free solo on the front end, but it hasn't. It's travelling nicely. Very happy with Total at the minute. 3.65. Dr. Ekman got a favourite in the exchange. Flip flopping, isn't it? It's flip flopping. Dr. Edmund's got the lead. His stat finishes race up for me there. They're not going too quickly at all, really. He's still a little bit free, still a little bit king. Yeah, I felt the same, David, to be honest with you, about Cotswold. He's getting a little bit of a freebie on the front end, though. That's the only concern. It's all right. They have gone steady enough, you know. Taking a firm grip of him. Sure, Keith must think he's got fucking loads in hand, do you? Fuck is this Sure keeps doing? He's not even asked him a fucking question. Fucking money's right. Fuck's sake. Oh, look, and now Tony Hall's running on at the finish. Sean O'Keefe, what on earth was he doing at the top of that hill? What on earth was he doing? That was a very, very weird ride. Very strange ride. That's fucking frustrating. What a weird, weird ride that was. They've gone so steady round there as well. Jesus. Yeah, weird. Yeah, I thought he was sitting very confidently. Like he's never even asked him to go. He never even asked him a question. It's very strange. It was literally a, like fucking these trolls on Twitter are fucking make me tongue to have Hassan Jackson. Yeah, I know, but he'd never like. I'd still be little bit dubious about him because he's never done anything half decent. Like it's yeah, it was exactly, Dave. It was a sprint. It turned into a sprint because that Jax Junior's been undone by solid gallop, solid circuit times. He's been undone every single time. So he's a horse that's very much overrated. When he gets into a proper run race, he's not as good as people are going to make him out to be. Put it that way. But yeah, that was annoying. That was really fucking frustrating, I must admit. The next race at Newmarket is going off at 1:50. It would have been going straight off. They'd have gone any sort of pace at all in that opening race at Cheltenham. But this double rush has been hammered. 9-1 it opened up last night. It's now into 15-8. Interesting. I mean, I didn't personally see it, but maybe Charles Hill's got a fairly decent one here, but we'll see. We'll soon see. The market seems to be speaking for him, but we'll see. But yeah, David, you bang on it. Turn into a fucking fire fair on speed. It's so frustrating that can happen at this meeting as well, where they can go sort of fairly steadily and then just quicken off the pace. It'd be so frustrating. But yeah, anyway, plenty of chances today. Put it that way. Plenty of chances today. These fucking trip shots, this tipster police is a right dickhead, he is. It does make me laugh. It does make me laugh. You can never do enough for people, I promise you that now. It's insane. Can never do enough for people. But yeah, this is all new to me. This is all new to me doing this service now. Obviously, you used to working for other people, now working for myself. So it's a little bit nerve-wracking. Yeah, he is, Jake. He's a fucking right muppet. It's a little bit nerve-wracking. You know, it's difficult. You always want. At the moment, it feels like every single selection is like the last one you could ever make. And I need to just get out of that habit. But I just it's going to be a learning curve, to say the least. That's all. It's going to be a learning curve, and hopefully people will want to learn with me. Obviously, been doing this for 5 years now, and had tremendous success. And now I'm trying to sort of rebuild myself, I guess, away from Betfair, and try and go on my own, try and build a business for my future. The idea behind this, for those that are listening, is kind of like to expand this into one big community and one big platform with multiple sports down the line. Obviously keeping myself for horse racing, but trying to vet people and trying to add a couple of decent additions for the same cost, to give you more for your money. That's the idea behind it. Hopefully we can build a platform, hopefully down the line a website and whatnot. So look, where this will go, what will happen with this, I don't know. I do have the option of working for other people. At the moment, though, I just kind of want to take a little bit of a step back and just keep myself to myself, really, and just try and do this on my own. For now, that's the plan, anyway. But it's there are some decent tipsters out there. It just seems to lay into. Some people just want to do that. That's all that they must have nothing else going on in their lives. That's all they want to do. But each their own. Lee Harris, good afternoon. Does fingers crossed for someone? Is it? Yeah, fingers crossed, mate. Was just saying just a moment ago that it was it's a tricky time of year, but fingers crossed we can go well and get a couple of winners at least today and tomorrow. I think there's 3, possibly 4 to 3 tomorrow. Yeah. Do you know what? I just, to be honest with you, I would block him, Tony, but it's just kind of like I don't know, just an easy way out, I guess, isn't it? It's kind of like you just have to grow thick skin, and 5 years doing this, and the skin is probably not as thick as I'd want it to be honest. But it is what it is. Just got to keep going, mate. Just got to keep going and ignore the nonsense. To be honest, there's always going to be people that, no matter what you do, like, you cannot please everybody. No matter what you do, you're going to have people that are going to try and drag you down at any opportunity they get. So fuck them. Fuck them at the end of the day. I can't. Yeah, fuck them. I don't care. They're not going to be stood there at my funeral, are they? So why do I give a shit about what they fucking say? Fuck them. Fuck them all. I'm in a little bit of that sort of mode at the moment, sort of a fuck you mode, where you're just sort of like, you're just sort of not really giving a shit about anyone else's opinions really at the moment, other than the people that I'm looking after. You know, those people that I'm looking after are the people that matter to me at the moment. So that's the way it's going. I'd adopt a brand new fucking unwanted baby, and the tipster police would tell me I've done it wrong. It's double rush has been absolutely fucking smashed in the market. There have been a few non-runners in this though, significant ones as well. Defence Minister, the Dragon King, diligently, but he still has come in for some decent support. What's everyone doing today, other than obviously watching me and watching the racing, or is that what everybody is doing? Oh, I think it's all over, Lee. I honestly do think it's all over. Skelton's just not got the. It's just not got the firepower. It's just not got the. Just not. Oh, sorry, hold on. He's just not got the firepower to compete, unfortunately. It's just Willie Mullins can just bring his battalion over and it's just a numbers game. Just chuck numbers at it. Especially with all these sort of little small novice hurdles and maiden hurdles and stuff you could go and pick up for 4 or 5 grand. Pick up 10 of them, you know, that's 50 grand. Got to get back to work. Get back at it, Tony. Cheers, mate. Fingers crossed we have a good day. When is our next tip running? Cheltenham is back. Cheltenham is back. Do you know what? That teach me that, Will, putting Toad Hall up, because I have vowed not to back. I vowed not to back anything shorter than 2-1 at the start of the year, and it's gone tremendously well. And then the last week or so, I think it's obviously a bit of the pressure's getting to me a little bit, maybe. I've decided to back two at short price, and they've both gone in. Talk me through your average day, Daryl. How long looking back at races and how long looking forward studying future races? Okay, so an average day will start at 5:15-ish, 5:15 in the morning. Before this, I'll talk to you before doing this service. I would then start by looking back at the previous day's races, class 3 and above, because I'm trying to bring my niche in and just try and focus on class 3 and above. I would do the circuit times for the races, for the hurdle races and for the chase races. I would make a note of all them, see if anything stands out, see if there's anything worth upgrading from coming off the pace when it was a slow pace or had made a move and couldn't quite sustain it, for example, off a slow gallop. Make note of those horses. I would then go onto the racing post and I would put a note by every one of those horses about what I found and what I've not found. That would probably take me up to about 8:30, 9 o'clock. And then I would look at the day's racing and see if anything's moved in the markets. I'd probably spend an hour just looking through that, just making little notes of if something's moved, where I might be able to put in a a position on a horse and then maybe get out of it. Then from sort of like 10 o'clock onwards, it depends sort of what I've got. If I used to have a podcast on a Thursday, for example, I would focus from 10 o'clock until podcast time on just that racing that we're going to be talking about. On a normal day, I'd be looking ahead to the next day and making copious amounts of notes and looking at trying to find winners basically. That would take me up until sort of 4, half 4. Then I would see the first lot of prices where the bookmakers open up. Then I would make a decision about whether I think that they've made a mistake or whether they've not made a mistake, and I would note it down. I would then write out, say, 8 horses that I think I've got good cases for the following day, and then they would be very price dependent on the price points where they'll be, say, by half 6. And then the horses that I don't think are value, I'll just scrap or I'll just put to the side for another day, keep the write up, put to the side for another day. That'll end up getting whittled down to about 2 or 3 horses maybe. And then providing the prices are correct, unless we need to wait for the morning because I think one's going to drift or one's been priced in too big that's going to come in and change the market around, then that's how it'll work. And then sort of half 6, 7 o'clock, I'll try and finish, have dinner, watching Game of Thrones back in the moment, and then yeah, and that's it. That's the day, really. That was a question, Dave. Now we're doing the service though. It's very similar. It's just in the morning I'm trying to create sort of because I'm not great at technology really. So I'm at the moment I'm learning sort of teaching myself how to make videos and engage in sort of pictures and stuff like that. So sort of for promotional purposes. So at the moment I'm trying to spend an hour or 2 hours in the morning trying to learn that every day. So if I can learn that and try and get good at that, then that would help going forward. I'm also looking at ways of advertisement. Also looking at loyalty schemes and programs so that people that have been with me for a certain amount of time get more than people that would just join in. So, for example, Cheltenham's a good example. So, Cheltenham Week. Imagine if you had, a couple of hundred people subscribe just on Cheltenham Week. I don't think it's fair that they get given the exact same as someone that's been with me for the last 4 or 5 months. So I'm trying to come up with something at the moment that's going to reward those people for the last sort of 4 or 5 months. So that's what I'm sort of working on at the moment. But I would say it's probably an equal amount of time spent looking back at races as it is to looking forward to races. So I hope that answers your question, Dave. Oh, we're off. I should have said I'll obviously walk my dog. It's going well enough. No rush. Ah, he's going to win. Ah, Neil Callan looked like a bloody looked like an amateur then. He's quite a nice horse. He looks like quite a nice horse. Yeah, he's quite a nice horse, that. Bit of an eye catcher there in 4th. I'm really looking forward to the Craven later. I must admit, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this Opera Bella gets. I think he could be a fucking weapon. I think he could be an absolute weapon. Hugh Taylor for that. That's why 4-1 and 9-4 was very well backed even beforehand, though, all the way into 4-1. Yeah, I fancied him as well. I gave him to members yesterday. I think he's got a great shot. I do. Like, he's clocked below 11 seconds twice consecutively. Like, he's very, very good. If he handles the dip, if he handles the ground, if he handles going to turf, all those question marks. But there's no reason why he shouldn't be being by Guy. He's a nice horse, that's for sure, definitely. What's your opinion on profit to SP when looking at stats there? I'll gather you're more of a visual judge. I follow your old colleague Andrew Mount as well. He seems to have success with that stuff. Yeah, I don't. I just think. Are you talking about like stats for headgear stuff and things like that? Because I just think every horse is individual. That's how I've always played. Like, it's the same with the trainer form stuff. It doesn't. That and statistics don't really bother me. But I mean, like, I suppose William Haggis, when he puts blinkers on a horse, tends to get good improvement out of them. But I think every horse is individual, and it's about whether you think that headgear would work. And you've also got to ask yourself why they put the headgear on, etc. So I wouldn't blindly follow them. No, I would definitely work on an individual basis. Yeah, but Andrew Mount he's terrific. Andrew Mount, he's got thousands of systems running here, there, and everywhere. He has, and yeah, he's top guy. Yes, love Andrew. Do you work with anyone else on analysis or race, or is it a one-man band? It's entirely me, mate. I don't work with anyone else. I don't speak to anyone else. I literally don't talk to anybody else, really. It's sad, but like, I just can't have my own opinion swayed. I'd rather be I'd rather take fault of a selection losing rather than having my opinion swayed off or on one, because I know I've done the work, and yeah. So I don't speak to anybody. It's just me. It's literally just me. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that have like a lot of contacts or info or whatever. That might be well and good at the start of the season for 2 and 2-year-olds or 3-year-olds that are coming out on the flat first time. But there's, it's only so long that's going to last. And I'd just rather fall on my sword when it's my decision, to be honest. So everything I've done in the last 5 years has had zero input from anybody else, none whatsoever. So that's why I say things like, the data and the profit and loss sheet and stuff like that all helps you become better the following year. So you should be improving when you get that data. It literally tells you what you're doing wrong. So hopefully we should be, like, for example, backing fucking horses that are shorter than 2-1. I should be doing, but there we go. That's the truth of it. Rail was much slower yesterday. He's it up the inside there. Yeah, I don't know. Again, it's not really something I subscribe to. I kind of do when the better ground is there, but I just think running against the rail anyway is always going to help a horse rather than them being in the middle of the track and being a bit wayward, especially at Newmarket because of the dip. And I think if you've got a rail one side, I think it can help a horse, especially an inexperienced horse, keep going. So I'd probably rather run up against the rail. I used to, at Newmarket's Riding Mile, I used to only back horses that were drawn high against the rail. Was it high or low? I can't remember what it was. Against the rail when the stalls were against the rail, because if you could get a front runner that was drawn against the rail, it's going to be very difficult to come from off the pace to pick him up. But they seem to be running down the centre of the track a lot more. Last year, they went down the centre of the track a lot more and shunned that rail. So I don't know. Maybe there's something in that. Why, DM? Did you think there was other people involved in sort of my analysis and whatnot, or is it just genuine question? East India Express seems a little bit weak now in the market. In the next at Cheltenham, he's 5-2 currently. I was half tempted to have a go on this Royal Margot at a price, but I have left the race alone, to be honest. I thought Bally Techno was going to come for money, and he has come from for a little bit of money. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's quite quick enough. La 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 la. I am going to block that tipster, please, because he's just pissing me off now. You just know when you block these people as well that the next post that they write is blocked for talking the truth. Blocked for talking the truth about him. He's a murderer. Some people are fucking insane. Insane. Yeah, it was a good run in the mountain point, Jake. This obviously far less demanding. It's 11-4 now, sort of. I don't know. It's a nice horse. I don't know if he's quite a 5-2, 11-4 shot though, to be honest. So happily leave him alone. But best of luck, mate. Generally, really, just wondered whether you needed a hand to get through the analysis due to so much data, etc. Maybe in the future, mate. Maybe in the future. Obviously, setting up the Patreon and everything, and managing people and stuff is all brand new to me. So I may do, if I do need a hand, I'll definitely give someone a shout. I'll give you a shout. But at the moment, yeah, it's just. You are right, though. It is difficult to remember sort of every little piece of data about a horse, but it does just when you do it like 10 hours a day, every single day, it does just embed in your mind. Like for me, this is my entire life. Like I'm not fucking part-time in it or like doing this, then going and sit downstairs and watching TV or anything like that. Like I'm in this fully. Like it is taken over my life fully. So, but I don't mind that because I think that's what you need to do, and I think that's what you need to be to try and be successful. So, you just got to keep grinding away, mate. That's why. Fair play. I don't think I'll ever get to retirement, but we'll see. Well, I thought I was going to be retiring with Betfair, but obviously that didn't happen. What price do you think they will come out with St. Lucie tomorrow? What was your last big day at the races? The last big Big day at the race in terms of like just a day out was actually last week at the Grand National. Went to Liverpool for my birthday. With there was 13 of us that went up, um, blokes and their partners, and that was a good day. We got a limo to the track and back, and that was a really good day. Like fucking felt it for about 3 days afterwards. Didn't have any winners. Um, I didn't really have too many bets, to be honest. A lot of the horses that I fancied came out as non-runners. I had a good go on Iroko, but I ended up backing them each way because I lost my bottle a little bit towards the towards the race off. But I managed to get sort of 17-2 on him, so that was not too bad. Made a little bit of profit there for the day, but other than that, didn't have a big bet. Um, what else? I don't know. I don't really get to the races as often as I'd like to. Like I've been there, been at the races quite a lot in the last like 18 months because of Betfair, for Betfair. Other than that, I haven't really been getting out much. To be honest, I will try and get out a bit more because I'd like to get some more content filmed and stuff like that. Um, and I like going. I like going. It gets me out of the office because I don't really speak to anybody fucking all week. Mrs. gets in about 3:30, and I don't speak to anybody really unless I give Cheltenham a call and have a quick chat with him or something. But yeah, I don't really get out. So I do need to get out and get over. I might get over Goodwood or get over to. I love Newbury. Newbury's one of my favourite tracks. So. Are you tipping too many right now? I'm thinking about including shorties, which you kind of regret. I think. Maybe there's an adjustment period for me at the moment. So I'm just trying to find my feet a little bit. Um, maybe I am, but that will level itself out. It's just like I say, it's just an adjustment period. I'm just going to level myself out. I remember when I first went on Betfair, fucking dreadful because I didn't really, I just kind of didn't know what punters wanted. I didn't know if people wanted short price favourites, or I didn't know if people wanted what I genuinely do, which is good value selections. So it's difficult to weigh up sort of what you think people want and what you want, and then when you're not getting a winner, it's tempting to put in a short price favourite. There's lots of things you got to consider, but this is just a benzene period for me. Um, I think we'll be absolutely fine. Don't worry about that. But, maybe you're right. Take Rice 11 and 4 Hills. Yeah, them prices with Hills though, they're fucking phantom prices half the time, aren't they? As soon as Betfair comes out at 13-8, that will be shut right down into 13-8. Without Betfair restrictions, have you already thought about plans on the lead up to the Cheltenham next year, preview circuit, etc.? I was hoping you'd be on the next one, just gone. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and get out onto the preview circuit. I think I'm going to. I've never really done it, to be honest. I've always sort of been with someone, and I've tried to keep my thoughts kind of like, I suppose, less is more, and trying to keep it valuable to that person that I'm working for, just out of respect, really. So yeah, this year, fuck it, I'm just going to go out and try and do a good few, and we'll see what happens in terms of the Patreon and the plans for the Patreon. Yeah, there's going to be something in there where it's like exclusive for those members because it can't be going on preview panels, giving everything away when people are paying me for it. So I will be getting my face out there, but I'll be keeping a lot of the stuff for members of Patreon. Any judges on TV you respect? Personally, like Dave Neverson and Martin Dixon, turn down the volume when Chapman opens his mouth. Ruby top class analysis. Yeah, love the Dixon boys. Get on really well with the Dixon boys. I think they're brilliant in their job. I love Dan Barber. Dan, got loads of time for Dan. Kev, obviously, get on really well with Kev. Kev's brilliant. Yeah, I think there's a few out there that I just think talk absolute shit. But those ones I mentioned, yeah, definitely good judges. There's not many. I wouldn't honestly say that there's many good judges out there. Like I wouldn't. I think people that continuously say back on their last Willet mark and stuff like that. I just think it's all trainer for it's all crap. This Typhoon Flyer's getting an absolute freebie. I like it, this winds me up. This would wind me up if I had a bet on this. He's just being allowed to lob along. Honestly, those at the rear of the field here already. If you're on East India Express, you're not too bad. You're in midfield, but yeah, I still Jake, I still keep in touch with Dan, still keep in touch with Kev, Vanessa, everyone. Keep in touch with everyone. Literally everyone. There's never no fallout between me and them whatsoever. Like like I say, it was Kev's idea for me to set up go on my own. Um, Dan love him to death. Vanessa love. There's literally Barry love. Don't have a problem. No, we don't have a problem between any of us at all. Even all of the even the guys that work I was working for, writing the columns for, the editors sent me well wishes, gutted that I'm going, and this, that, and the other. So don't listen to everything you read on online because it's absolute bollocks. But they're just giving them. They got it. Jesus, he's just getting his own way. This Luke Scott on front. It's in the express coming. Will he get up the hill? Will he get up the hill? He's got up. Well done, guys. If you backed him, got up. He's got up. Well done. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Well, it was the general consensus then that I didn't get on, that I didn't speak to Dan, Jake, from your perspective, was it? Yeah, he did do it quite easy in the end, Steve. Yeah, got it well. Are we getting special episodes of Ranting and Races on the Patreon channel at some stage? That is a possibility, Lee. That is a possibility. It's something I've got to speak to Dave about. But maybe, yeah, because it can be unadulterated, can't it now? So, yeah, it's something. If Dave's got the time to do it, and it has to be Dave because I like to chat with Dave and I like to air stuff with Dave, and Dave likes to do it with me. He feels a bit more comfortable doing it with me. Yeah, that's something that I'm going to speak to him about, definitely. Yeah, I'm going to try and rope Dave into this as much as possible, really, because to be honest, me and Dave get the best content out of each other. So it's good for people to listen to. It's a good laugh. So yeah, hopefully, and you never know, maybe we'll do the pissed videos in there, preview at Cheltenham again one day. No, mate, you both got on well. So clearly, yeah, we do. Yeah, we keep in touch, definitely. Like I say, I love them all. Like, I literally love them all. They're like family to me. So, it's just disappointing. It's just disappointing. But, I wish them, obviously, the best of luck. Whoever takes my place over there will. I wish them the best of luck too, if you can believe that. Is this weapon going to absolutely piss up today then in the Craven? Yes or no? Let's see yes or no. Who fancies this Opera Bello and who doesn't? I don't know if anyone read, because the other horse I was looking at was Maturi Bay for Ralph Beckett, and I don't know if anyone read the if you've got Racing Post that you can read the comments of the trainer. Ralph Beckett just said all he said was he will need it. That's the only comment he gave about the horse. He will need it. But yeah, and Field of Gold is. I'm pretty sure Field of Gold for me wants to go back a trip. Wants to go back to 7 furlongs. Doesn't want a mile. Not a stiff mile anyway, personally. And Wimbledon Hawkeye, I think, is going to be going up in distance. And Morey City, I just not massively keen on. I know why William Buick's chosen because he's a solid option. With Opera Bello's got, questions to answer as such. New Century is interesting, but I thought was exposed at the end of last season, really, when they went to America. So yeah, I'm hoping this is a fucking proper tool. Be very happy if this wins today. Yeah, he was so impressive last time. I think Dan and Kevin were both time form trained, not you. No, I'm not. Like, that's the problem, I guess, with me is that I'm not trained. I'm not media trained. I'm not time form trained. I'm not anything trained. I come from I come from a building site, mate. Do you know what I mean? I come from a fucking building site. I'm not in this, like, not supposed to be in this fucking world. I have no people that I know in this world at all. So I'm not got any links in it whatsoever. So everything I've achieved has been achieved off my own back. But not saying that other people's hasn't. Some other people's hasn't, but obviously. But yeah, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not prim and proper and airbrushed, am I? So maybe that's an issue. But I ain't changing who I am. 16 to 1 for the Guineas, yeah. Could look a lot shorter after today, couldn't it? I suppose you take your chance. I think kind of like the advice would be, if you've missed the price today, he's around 9 to 4 now. If you've missed the price today and you don't fancy backing at 9 to 4, but you do like him, there's nothing wrong with chucking a couple of quid on the 16 to 1, is there? Because you could be looking at a much shorter price after the race. Debating going in again on Mullins' favour in the 240. Surely that form is too good last time. I agree. My only concern with him is his jumping. He took a few chances. He wasn't the best jumper of a hurdle. He took a few chances behind Imperial Pass and Champ Kylie, and then he took a few chances at Cheltenham the last day, and he got away with it. But I do just think he's unexposed. He's on the upgrade. I just do think that he's the best horse in the race. Really, I think there's more to come from him. He's a former point-to-point winner. If he stands up for me, he should be winning. The one I'm going to have a bit of a cover bet on is Baloo for Nicky Henderson, because I was torn between Omar Park and Baloo last night. But Baloo pulled up here on his last visit to Cheltenham. Not entirely sure he's going to be in love with the track. But he is marching forward. He is unexposed. So I would cover your stake on Baloo. But I think Omar Park should be winning this. Money has come from Blow Your Wad, but he's a right-handed flat track horse. Like, I don't understand where that money's come from. He was injured as well. Quite a serious injury before his return 53 days ago, went fifth to bad. But again, he didn't love it here when he ran here behind Julie's Destiny. He didn't love it here. Classic Getaway, like Moon Orange. Like Omar Park should be winning this. That form is very, very good. Behind Cowboy Potter last time. I think he should be winning. I'm going to, like I say, stake cover on Baloo, but I do fancy Omar Park as well. So it's tough. I follow the jumps to have a little interest in the flat bar piss up at Chester. Bar piss up. Do you prefer jumps or flat? Do I prefer jumps or flat? I prefer the jumps because I love the analysis side of things. I love being able to get real in deep into how horses jump, whether they're taken off on the left or the right for, the lengths gained at fences, not that race IQ shit, speed figures. I just think it's all easier to build a bigger picture over the jumps. Flat racing is interesting, but I can't stand like 6 furlong handicaps and shit like that, and I can't stand when jockeys get stuck in behind walls of horses, and that pisses me off. Ash. All right, Ash. Anything in the 225? Someone's betting instead of working. 225. No. Well, they're all unraced horses, so I wouldn't be having a bet at all in this. It wouldn't be my forte. So, no, sorry, Ash. Yeah, follow the late money, Ash. Let me give you a shout what the late money's for. 4 minutes till off time. Hard Endeavour is the one that's into 4 point. Let me just look. Please stop there. Hard Endeavour is into 4.6, match as high as 19. So there's a bit of a move there. Taking 24 grand of the 88 grand match on the market so far. Favourite Altarek is out to 7.0. Yeah, it seems to be the only horse for money in this is Hard Endeavour, but off work for a few days, mate. Yeah, all right. El Fabiolo, done and dusted, or can they get a tune back out of him over hurdles? Such a weapon in his novice chasing days. Yeah, agree, Lee. I'd like to see him back over hurdles personally. The engine's still there, isn't it? It's just jumping that's the issue. It's just not respecting it. I said this to Daryl Jacob, and he said if he's not respecting fences, he's not going to respect hurdles. But surely hurdles are more forgiving than fences. So I would have him back over hurdles personally, and look at stay as hurdle for him next year. But that's what I would do. because I think he's. I don't think there's anything wrong with his stamina. I don't think there's anything wrong with his engine. I think he's a top class horse. Just think his confidence has been knocked over fences. So I would definitely send it back over hurdles if he was mine. Would you plan to do this again or regularly? Yeah, definitely plan to do this again. Do live streams for the members, normally sort of once a week. But yeah, definitely. And just to say to people, there's loads of on the Patreon page. There's loads of there's going to be loads of content for sort of betting education, how I look at race cards, and loads of stuff like that. There's a schedule on there at the moment that is free to see, which is going to be all the stuff upcoming, videos and written content and stuff like that to try and help people become better bettors. Oh. Zero sugar, Neil. But a fair few. He's bang on there, isn't he? Not them vapes on the head, son. Got to have something, mate. Got to have something, right? I used to smoke, quit. I had my last cigarette when England were knocked out of the Euros. Oh, not the last Euros before. Got to have something, mate. Got to have something. I've got to gamble responsibly. I don't drink responsibly. And I've got to have a bit of a vape. That's it. I don't do anything else, Steve. It kills me. It kills me. Haggis also looking nice. Thing is, they all look nice to this point, and then they've got to get into that dip, and that's where they're going to come unstuck. A lot of these. Here comes the money horse. Money horse going to be beat. The Bowling horse. High stop against the rail. Ooh. High stop. High stop for Andy Boulder, David Probert. Gets up. My mate said Applebee's not running well. Would that worry you? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Honestly, I don't care about that sort of thing. Individual. No, I don't worry about that sort of thing. It is what it is. Like I judge horses individually, so yeah, I wouldn't. It wouldn't bother me at all, to be honest. I think too many people make like just for example, just then, yeah, people were saying, "Oh, Charles Hill's horses are flying and running really really well," and Charles Hill's runner there was just pulled out of the race by William Buick eased off. So like, would you not back the next Charles Hill's horse because of that, or vice versa? I don't know. I just find it a little bit nuts. I just think it's something that's been said a long, long time ago, and people have just kept going. It's an easy content filler as well when people are talking on TV. Like the Art's in good form. They had a winner last week at blah 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 blah. I just don't. I just don't get it. I don't see what a winner down at Yarmouth has got to do with one running at Newmarket against entirely different horses over a completely different trip on different ground. Just makes no sense to me personally. 2 seconds. Let's get this cover on. Uh, is it something that worries you then, DM? Trainer form, whether Applebee's are running well or not? Victory Queen was in fairly decent yesterday, wasn't she? And he won the last with Treasure Fleet. Like, I just find a lot of people just sort of pick and choose when. I can understand that 25% win rate in April is an argument for trainer form, but like my point being is that he's going to have, perhaps he's got his horses ready first time out, or for the first few weeks of April. But like with anything over the course of a season, a horse is going to become sort of well handicapped because the trainer's been out of form, or he's just being beaten in races, and then become handicapped again. It's just the way it works. It doesn't mean it's trainer form in and out. It just means that they're dropping into a grade race that they can win, or they've been in class of races that they can't win. I totally understand that a trainer's stroke rate is useful to know, but it doesn't put any weight on whether a horse. If for example, if Andrew Baldwin, who's got a 25% stroke rate, and had won with his last 10 horses, and then went and stuck one of his 90 rated horses into a Group One, would you back that horse? You wouldn't, because regardless of the stroke rate, you wouldn't back that horse because he's not in the right race, right? So that for me is the difference. Oh, right, okay. Oh, bloody hell. But that's just my take on it. Do you know what I mean? That's my take on it. That's how I do things. Everyone does things differently. Everyone has different angles and does different things. Like it's what I do wouldn't work for a lot of you, and what you do wouldn't work for me. So it's not a dig at anyone. It's just I just don't believe it's the pivot point that a lot of people make it out to be. If it's an added extra on the side, then great, but you've already built the case for the horse and then you can add that on the side. Brilliant. But don't make it the bulk of the case for the horse. Because the trainer's horses are running well, this should win. That makes absolutely zero sense to me personally. Jesus Christ. Oh, what is she doing to me? Why about my caps lock turn off? Like a stupid thing. Okay, right. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to work something out. Oh my god. Passwords drive me fucking insane. No. I think sometimes it's looked at as a shortcut for sections. I agree. Different trainers do target different times of the season. Even Mullins is poor early season, whilst Elliott has his ready to go. Absolutely, but that's intentionally targeted. But what a lot of people will say is that his horses are running really poorly. They're not running really poorly. They just might need the run. And it's just about knowing whether a horse needs a run or not. But like to say he's in form and he's out of form, and I don't know. It's not for me, mate. Not for me, buddy. Fucking misses. Right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Jesus. Jesus. Jeez Louise. This is driving me in. It's fucking insane. What the fuck? Oh. I'll keep up with that. I don't have a password for that. Right, where are we looking? Oval Park 3-1. Classic getaway, weak as baby piss. Yeah, let's hope so, Jake. He's only had 4 starts, mate. I'm just hoping he doesn't hit any. He can take a chance. He can take a chance one. So he can't afford to, really, in this. Come on, let's get off to a start. Lou doing his jumping out to the right. Nick Henderson. Nico's not giving fucking Freddie Ginger softly. Oh, fucking chance of it. Oh, he's fucking hit that. He got away with it though. Had the pace to hit that gap. Fucking hell. Come on, Omar. Come on, Omar. Fucking come on, Omar. Fuck's sake. Oh, what a cunt. Oh, you bastard. God, he's not aggressive enough, is he? Fucking not aggressive enough, that Sean O'Keefe. Fucking little bastard. Tell you what, a sun run from Baloo. They've got another win in him this summer. That's what I hate. Just there at the last, he just doesn't fucking ask him for the jump. He just sits and lets him pop it. God, it's close. He's gaining all the way up there, fucking straight and all. He's gaining all the way up the straight. Right, two down. Two down. God, that's so frustrating. Right, we are pretty much relying, I think, on Newmarket. I don't think there's any chance of an inquiry there. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. So frustrated, but no, over to the fat lady. No, no, definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not over. Definitely not over. But it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating when you get that close. And you know that he, like, if he's beaten up the straight, you're like, you're fine. Like, you don't, it is what it is. But when he's closing all the way up the line and he's had first run on him, that's just the killer, really, because he had enough to win the race, and he should have been more aggressive with him at the last, but he wasn't. Charlie Deutsch is a jockey that I actually avoid because of that. Charlie Deutsch doesn't ask a horse at the last fence. He just sits like that and lets them pop it and then goes for them. And the amount of ground that they lose when they do that is honestly, it's unbelievable. I hope someone writes a column on it one day, because it is outrageous how much ground you can lose just by popping the last instead of just asking. Whereas you got a Harry Skelton in the saddle, he's going to fucking ask everything from the horse at the last. You take the chance that you might come down, but you gain so much momentum from it that you've just got to do it. But it is what it is. What's up next? We're getting closer, though. We're getting closer. We got nothing now until Opera Bello. In the 350, we've got my Bobby Dazzler. I've taken a bit of a swing with him because he is capable and he is carrying no weight whatsoever, and he returns to Cheltenham. His last time he was Cheltenham, it was heavy ground, but he was a neck behind Butch. That form was good enough to be involved in this. So he was a distant second last time, but there was a little bit more promise in it. And then we got Marauder at Cheltenham, who I just think's fucking overpriced, miles overpriced. Coming in on the back of a Grimthorpe win in career best form, was running on second, was almost outpaced again. Like, James Best wasn't aggressive enough with him last year when he was beaten by Man of the People. Finished very strongly up the hill. I just hope he gets him rowing from far enough out. Man of the People did run well in the Kim Muir last time, but Marauder's just in career best form with his blinkers. He's solid. He's got to go close for me. But it is what it is. It is what it is. If he chucks it in last, Skelton then can't cross him. Would have. Well, that's what I think. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you're pocket talking, but more racing you watch, you see so much of it. That final flight is so important to continue. It's about continuing momentum, and it happens. But surely they come out much shorter than 11-4 for St. Lucie tomorrow. If you've got a William Hill account, you can get that. It won't get closed, but I would take it if I was you. It's a very, very busy time at the moment. Got fancy a few tomorrow. I do fancy a few. Where are they? Put them up. Have I lost all my write-ups for tomorrow? Fucking div. No. Thank God for that. Oh, Omore Park, you little bugger. Yeah, it's quite difficult at the minute because like you're bedded in and like you want to give people as many winners as possible, and you feel like everything relies on the tip, but it's obviously a long game, you know. Yeah, like Fit and Native tomorrow. I have definitely had a look, and I definitely think that is a very, very lenient opening mark, Jack. Yeah, I'd be very keen. Be very keen. I'm hoping there's a good few bets tomorrow. I'm waiting for prices, but I'm hoping there's a good few bets tomorrow because I've got a few written up that I like. But I just, for the life of me, I cannot see St. Lucie opening up short as big as 11-4. Whereas on the other hand, I think Theatre Native might be a bit bigger than the 11-4 that William Hill are offering. These fucking accounts on Twitter drive me insane when they write stuff like "I like a horse," and then like expect everyone to like, "Oh, please tell me what it is. Please tell me what it is." Pander over him and that, and then they go like, "This gets 300 likes. I'll DM you the horse." Maybe I ought to start doing that. Any other sports you have a keen interest or like to bet on? Football, love football, but I bet on it as in like just have an acca on it or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Or like I'm a bit of a sucker for minus bets, handicap bets, but I don't take it too seriously. Obviously, the football inside of stuff. It's just a bit of enjoyment. Whereas the horse racing stuff, you like, there's no real. Well, there is a bit of emotion attached to it because the only emotion that's attached to it is because you're giving someone a winner. Whereas there's no emotional attachment to the money because the money's just in an entirely separate account and just goes up and down, up and down, up and down all year. So there's no emotional attachment to that. Whereas football, I like to have a minus bet or something like that to keep me interested, or treble on a Saturday and things like that. But that's it. I don't bet on fucking hockey or anything like that. No. But yeah, love football. there's people that's moved in behind us. Oh, fucking kids screaming. Absolute fucking screaming. Constantly screaming. Does my head in. Right, romantic style is going off. Fair play, Lee. Fair play. You know what? I said to someone at the start of the year, I said, when Chelsea were playing really well, I said, tell you what, the squad they got, they're going to be able to rotate throughout Europe and they could be challenging for a title. And now they just look absolute fucking shit. Madrid -3 today. Is that the tip, Ash? Is it? Yeah, I might have a look. Um, any national hunt jockeys you can't back? Fucking tons. How long you got? Um, any national hunt jockeys? Charlie Deutsch, don't tend to back him anymore. Can't trust him in a finish. Um, Jonathan Burke, I'm not a massive fan of. Uh, who else? Uh, David Noonan, don't like. Tom Cannon, won't back him because he rides to instructions which are to be held up all the time. I just can't stand that. Um, won't back any um, inexperienced riders like claimers or anything like that. Um, anyone I feel like I can't trust with my money, basically. Who I don't think is going to. Like, I'm not a massive fan of backing Nico outside of sort of grade ones. Uh, the others, just trying to think. Patrick Mullins, Grand National. Yeah, but like, yeah, I want to try and stick to the proper jocks, like Sam Twiston Davies, Skelton. I won't back Adam Wedge either. He's another one I will not back him ever. In fact, I started at the start of this year. I decided to never back Adam Wedge again. This romantic style's going in and out. She's got an out. She's going to sustain this. Oh, she's good if she does. She's not going to sustain it, is she? She Well, that might be a 5 furlong horse delivery scheme on that romantic style. She is definitely a sprinter. 5 furlong. Oh, look at that. Sorry. Oh, Maxwell, yeah, Mad Max. Yeah, look, simply because I don't want to be blaming a jockey. I want to be blaming the least amount of people if a result doesn't go my way. So that's why I work alone. That's why I don't back jockeys that are experienced jockeys or whatnot. Like if you back a Maxwell horse, you know what you're getting. He's not a bad rider. It's just he's not up against Cobden in a finish or something. You're never going to win. So I just don't want to put myself in a position where I'm going fucking Maxwell. Yeah, but there are a lot. Yeah, do you remember that? He's a he's a dickhead. His horses, I tell you, his horses are so much better than they've shown. And then but he can't target trade. But when he goes to actually lay him out for a race, doesn't seem to be very good at it. So, but Adam Wedge, yeah, Adam Wedge is like all elbows. Yeah, problem for Apple. Da, 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 da. Oh, thanks, Giles, for subscribing. I don't really know how all that works, to be honest. But like I say, I'm a bit of a techno freak. But it's what it is. Yeah, the Adam, Evan Williams Adam beef was quite funny, wasn't it? Quite funny. He went a bit of that, didn't he? Like it was. I wasn't in the wrong there. I should have apologised. I should have apologised, really. But you know, when you're representing somebody, you have to try and be prim and proper. Unfortunately, not yourself. Wow, fucking yeah. Half the world could see that his fucking horses went on trials, can't they? Mad. 12-1 -3. Ash, there you go. Madrid 12-1 -3. Problem with Madrid though is they always concede. Always. When you're back in the minus bet, you can guarantee they're going to fucking concede in the last 5 minutes. Yeah, I'll lay a fair few horses, yeah, but I only like to lay at short prices. I wouldn't like be going and laying a 10-1 shot like some people do. I don't want to get stung like that. But yeah, I'd happily lay short price horses, yeah. Definitely. I think it's something a lot of people should do more often, really, to be honest. Because like 9 times out of 10, if you fancy a horse in a race, you don't fancy and you're betting at a reasonable price, you don't fancy the favourite. So, you know, there are angles to go and lay the favourite and back yours. But this doesn't seem to have caught on really, that laying. I mean, it does like in the professional ranks or whatever, but like in terms of the general populace and the general better, it doesn't really seem to have caught on laying horses. I very rarely lay off any of my bet. If I back one, it's because I'm backing it because I think it's going to win. I very rarely lay off at like even money or whatever. I wouldn't do that too often. But maybe I should. When you see the fucking in running prices on the spreadsheet after when you note them all down afterwards, you perhaps should. I'll give you an example. Mr. Megget traded at 1.25 at Aintree the other week. It was a 2-point win selection. It could have It was the nap of the day. Could have easily sort of tried just to lay a bit off of that at sort of 1.5 or whatever. Another one traded at 1.5 didn't win was Iberian at Doncaster. Another one traded at 1.5 didn't win. Joyo Mashan in the Moor Battle Hurdle. Chart Topper traded at 1.05 didn't win. Moonshine traded at 1.25 didn't win. Sorry, 1.16 didn't win. Sorry, I was reading the bucket list then. The Devil's Coachman back in February the 9th traded at 1.15 didn't win. Yeah, so like you do get your fair share of hard luck stories, obviously, but like trading off might be Atlantic Lad 1.61. Old Harrovian going back to Southall in January, traded at 1.22, didn't win. So maybe I should start laying off some fucking horse bets, but it just don't feel morally right to me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm still not over it either. Like, what was he fucking doing on that fucking Mr. Mega that day? It's insane. Is Coco Mademoiselle an interest tomorrow? Looks well capped, but surely this quick round a problem. I thought the quick round was a problem. I thought the trip was a problem as well. I thought Sant Doctor and that was the one to be with. Copeg at Cheltenham, I'm assuming you had a few quid at 25 per column. Did you lay anything back pre-race? No, didn't lay anything back pre-race, but I had enough on him at 25s to not have a massive bet on him on the day, if that makes sense. So I normally back anti-post horses. I normally back them to win 1,500 quid. So whatever price they are, whatever it is, I just back them to win 1,500 quid. And then on the day, I'll have a completely different look at the race and be able to have a different view. And if I fancy him again, I'll go in again. But because he was so short in the end, I didn't have to go in for too much money really. I just went in really because I tipped it on the day, and I've got a little bit of like a bit of a moral compass really. Should be backing what you're saying, isn't it? So not worth laying back at low odds, in my opinion. Just taxing yourself on your winners. Yeah, that could be the case, but it could obviously work the other way, Giles, as well, can't it? Work both ways. But I see what you're coming for. If you fancy the horse, just back it to win. If you can prove to yourself that over the course of a period of time you're going to win, then you don't really need to lay it off. But you do get some bad beats, don't you? And sometimes you wish you did, but you know that's part of the game, isn't it? He's on the favourite in the next at Cheltenham, so can't back it and done regard. Who's on the favourite in the next? Adam. Oh, yeah. Adam Wadge. Yeah, I was tempted to back Plan Paradise in this. I haven't had a bet, so I'm happy just to sort of let it roll. Really, lots of time for bets. Always another race. Plenty of time for bets. I've taken 11-4. I'll tell you if I get closed. Oh right, yeah. I think 11-4 was fucking great price for St. Lucie. If they came out bigger than that, I'm sure it'd be snapped up instantly. I'm sure of it. Oh, looking around John Joe, yeah. Jesus. It's the fucking trouble sometimes though, like you have all these bad beats and these horses that go extremely close, but for a tipster, like it goes down as a loss. So, it's not always as black and white as it seems. That's why having the in running stuff on the data sheet is well worth having, because like even when you need to give yourself a little bit of a confidence booster, you can go back and say, "Fucking hell, that should have won. That should have won. That should have won." You can pick yourself up a little bit from it. So keeping data sheets is extremely important in my opinion. Oh, we need a winner. We need a winner. I'm hoping this is as good as I think it is. Thoughts on Wacko Kid? Yeah. I don't know. He's an interesting horse, that's for sure. I'm just not as. I'm not. He's just had a fair few cracks at the whip, and he was just readily outclassed at York, wasn't he, last year behind the line of winner, which most of these would have been. But he's got reversed that Benevento form from Doncaster. Well down the field at Daymar. So I just think it's a big ask for him. Maybe going back and trip would help him as well, I think, possibly. At the top level, I don't know. He's hard to weigh up, to be honest, as is that Benevento. I think a few of these are hard to weigh up. I think if there's going to be an absolute standout weapon in there, I think it's going to be Opera Ballo. But we'll see. We'll see. This is quite a deep Craven. It's deeper than we've had for the last few years. Did anyone back McElroy to win the Masters? And if so, what price was he? Opera Ballo, 33-1 Paddy to win state and the 2,000 guineas. It's got to be worth a couple of quid, that, isn't it? It's got to be worth a few smackaroonies, that. Oh, they're off and running at Cheltenham. Yeah. 6-1 for Roy and Roy. I think that he was one of these big price, massive price. Oh, that's unlucky, Lee. Right, come on, while we watch this shit, tell me who wins the Craven. Come on, gives your opinions. Gives your opinions. Opinions. The Craven. You love this back on the left, isn't it? That Marley is well ahead of the handicapper. But Chase Davy at Cheltenham is top. He's a standout for me so far, this Marlon. It looks like he's absolutely cruising. Jeez. Someone's had a good weekend, David. He's absolutely cantering through this. Can't believe he's 9 2 and 1. We've got to put you off a couple of quid on this Marlon. Marlon. Oh, he's made a terrible error there. Oh, he's pulling him up. Typical. I'll tell you what, that horse needs to go in your trackers, that Marlon. Stick that straight in the tracker right now. Right this second. That is well handicapped. Here comes Plan Paradise. Is that it? Adam Wedge, who said he was shit? Who said Wedgie was shit? Do you know, I don't know what they've done with that Plan Paradise, right? Because this is a horse that used to make the running a few years ago. But now they seem to want to settle him right out of the rear of the field, drop him in cold, ride him cold, and then ask him to come past everything and go and win his race. A few times this season, he he's done that, and he's been a little bit unfortunate, but he's sort of flattering to deceive a little bit. I do still think he might be interested at Sandown at the end of the season, um, but he'll need to be running a little bit closer to the pace than that. Another race has gone very steady. Jeez. Right, here we go. Here we go. It's Guinea. It's not Guineas. It's Craven time. It's Craven time. Come on, who do you fancy for the Craven? Come on, let me know. Let me know who you fancy. If you don't fancy mine, who do you fancy? James has just put an interesting comment in the exclusive Daryl Carter chat. That he said that Appleby is there saying Shadow of Light is a certainty to run in the Guineas. Potential explanation as to why James Doyle is riding Opera Bello. He's probably not going to be. He's probably going to be on him in the Guineas while Buick rides Shadow of Light. That makes a little bit more sense, actually, doesn't it? That makes sense. Bum, 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 bum. Amy? You all right? You all right? Oh. Come on. Come in. No? All right. Grumpy. Take care, mate. I'm sure retirement has got you very busy. No worries. Take care, buddy. Thanks for coming on. Five to two. Come on, the boy. I'm live at the moment. The wife's home. You all right? Right. 11-4. Interesting market here. What's happening on the exchange? Couple of minutes till the off. 7-2 on the exchange. 4.4. Still holding favoritism. Field of Gold is a very, very close second favourite for all the well. Who do we think is going to go off favourite for this, by the way? Do we think Opera Bella would go off favourite, or do we think something else would go off favourite? think Field of God could get that favourite here. £8.8 Amora City. Considering that opened up as favourite, that's fucking huge. New Century 7.8, 5.5 Wimbledon Hawkeye, 5 Field of Gold, 4.5 Opera Bello. It's fairly open. 19.5 Benevetto, the Wacko Kid 21, Maturi Bay 24, the Watcher 32. Everything just moving in and out a point or two. That's all. Nothing much going on. Nothing much going on. Okay, Wimbledon Hawkeye looks like we got a favourite into 4.9. Opera Bello 4.6. New Century 6.8. It's coming for a bit of support. Field of Gold just easing. No, I've not seen anything either about Wimbledon Hawkeye in the lead up to this. I can tell you that the trainer comments from James Owen are that he's in good form, and I'm looking forward to getting back on the track. He got bogged down in really soft ground at Doncaster, but he handled good to soft at Newmarket last year, so fingers crossed for a big run, which will pave the way for the season ahead. Sounds like a fact-finding mission to me, but an obvious starting point, so won't be concerned too much if you fancy him, but what we got a bit of movement now. Amora City, literally friendless, 9.8. Nick Luck with a stat. And money coming now for Field of Gold, 4.7 is a point off being favourite. Amora City, 11.5. Three at the top of the market. Opera Bello, Field of Gold, Wimbledon Hawkeye. Any one of them could be favourite. Currently, Field of Gold is favourite. Yeah, money for New Century into 5.8. Field of Gold is hot. Is 7-2 flat at the minute. They do give these 2-year-olds massively high ratings, though, don't they? Like for no reason, not for no reason, but for winning any group named race. Like the amount of times you see them not fulfil it as 3-year-olds. 4.8 joints at the off. Here we go. Jesus, he is fucking wild, King. Ah! Fuck's sake! Oh, fuck me, that's not good. Just thrown it away inside the first half a mile anyway. Well, far too keen. He hadn't shown any of that previously. Jeez. Day to forget in a minute. Day to forget in a minute. The last thing you want to be doing is relying on Bobby Dazzler as well. Going into the next, but we'll take it. We'll take it. It's not over till it's over. Yeah, far too keen. Far, far, far too keen. He hadn't done that previously either. That was so frustrating. Oh, we're gonna need a bit of luck, boys. We're gonna need a bit of luck. Get tomorrow's out as soon as possible, really, at this rate. It does make me laugh when you see people cancel their membership after that, like literally after a rough day. But it is what it is. It is what it is, boys. Right, I'm gonna watch this one, and then I'm gonna take care of the missus. She's not very well, apparently. She's got what I had. Fuck no, it's not going the way I thought it would today. But it's what it is. Tis what it is. No, you're right. You can't account for that stuff, but just it's just frustrating. Just frustrating because we can't. We're not kicking on. We're not kicking on. But let's say it's what it is. It's a long-term game. It's not a fucking day-to-day game. That's all there is. One closer to the next one. Yeah, exactly, mate. Yeah, it is. It's just is what it is. It's just obviously a bit of a new experience for me, considering I'm doing the service, but you know, we keep fighting. We keep fighting. Why Bobby Dazzler is weak as baby shit. Guard the Moon is a non-runner. And then the last one we have a Marauder. Marauder's too big for price. Too big. Bum, bum. So the one I like at Newmarket tomorrow. It's priced up, so we can get ready to get. Been priced up for ages, so we can get ready to get some selections going. Mr. Hope Street's been easy to back all day. My Bobby Daz is 20 on the exchange. I do feel that this is open for an upset though, so we'll see. Samuel Spade is a good horse, but I don't think he likes Cheltenham. Zane Notes is pretty solid, but if you like Zane Notes, you have to like My Bobby Dazzler if he's going to bounce back. Long draw, fair chance. Mr. Hope Street, fair chance. Harbour Lake. Just think it might be open to a bit of a what do you call it? Surprise. Marcus not too keen on many. Right, here we go. 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 Ho 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 ho. Ho 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 ho. That background sounds like when you're in Ladbrokes and like they're parading at fucking Steeple Downs. Right, final race of the day, final race of the afternoon for this live. It's been good fun. Thank you very much for participating. Best of luck. Best of luck. Best of luck. Right, guys, I'm going to jump now. Best of luck. Thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. It's been good fun. I'll speak to you soon. I'll speak to members in the chat. I'll have a video posted tonight just to come on then, Bobby. I'll have a video in the chat tonight just to explain about the poor day, blah blah blah, just to end the shit. All right, so speak to you soon. Thanks very much, guys. Take care.